Hey Nerdchachos, how are you doing? Look at this, episode 10 of Try Not to Suck at Airport CEO. And it so nearly went horribly wrong in episode 9, but at least we made it here in one piece with an airport that's still running. So thank you for joining me today, and thank you for coming along on this journey. I genuinely didn't think we were going to make it this far. I thought this was going to fall apart very quickly, but I think we've had some joy along the way. Apparently I say a few things quite a lot as well, like, oh, that's looking good, so take a shot, especially if you're celebrating with me, take a shot. So here we are with our airport. Over the last 10 episodes we've built this. It's a regional and an international and a domestic flight paradise. We started off quite small. We did the general aviation stuff at the top here, just to start bringing in some money and start thinking about the pocket, not the passenger. We just needed money, so that we could start to expand down here. We started a whole load of various research projects that are going to unlock a load of different features along the way, and slowly but surely we built up through domestic flights into international flights, and then we started to include shops and services, and then we did the baggage handling side of the airport, and then we've also done more decorative things. So if you watch back at previous episodes, you'll notice that the terminal was ugly, so horrible, but it worked. It did what it needed to do. And then we spent a couple of episodes focusing on the look. So we're nearly in a position where we're going to start building much bigger, much broader, and we're going to start with better planes, better passenger services, better everything. But at the end of towards the end of episode 9, it started to fall apart with baggage handling. We didn't have enough ramp agents, we didn't have enough capacity to service flights, and as a result, as you can see, our airline rating took a massive hit. We were originally 100% on the majority of them, and now we're really struggling with some of them. So what we've done is hired a load more staff, so we've now got a load more ramp agents, we've got a load more baggage handling facility vehicles, and I've also temporarily just extended the length of time between flights, just to allow us a bit of breathing space before the next flight is due to come in, just so that if we are running delayed, then it's okay. The next flight isn't going to be due to come in, and that tends to annoy the airlines a little bit less than them having to circle the airport because the gate's not free. The one thing I have noticed, though, playing this in between 9 and 10 just to check things over, is that even when you've got all of your vehicles at a gate, so you've got your fuel vehicle, you've got your baggage vehicle, you've got your ramp agents, and everybody's at the gate, the length of time it takes to turn around the vehicle, the airplane, is longer than this flight planner allows. So it's in a, I don't know if it's me or if it's the game or what, but it takes longer to turn around that flight than this flight planner is actually letting you do. And I don't know if that's a problem. I don't know if that's something that needs addressing. So like this flight, for example, it's scheduled for 2 hours. While I was watching it in between the episodes, a gate that had everything in place was taking 2.5 hours, and that's only on a small plane. I can only imagine that's going to get worse when we get bigger planes with more baggage, more fuel needed, and more services. And I know that services run parallel, so it'll be refueling at the same time as doing cleaning and doing catering and doing the baggage and everything. So I know they run parallel; they don't run in sequence. But I think that's something we need to be aware of, because it's going to cause us problems down the line, I think. But it's fine, that doesn't take away from what we've done now. So we're in a position where we've managed to catch up. The number of delayed flights is nowhere near as bad as it was before. So I'm going to bring this back down, but I'm going to bring this down to 40 minutes. So that we can start scheduling more flights. Our capacity is still 200 a day, but I know that we're going to need to save capacity for when we do our big terminal. But in this episode, to celebrate, I think we're just going to finish tarting up this whole terminal, There's a couple of research projects I want to do, and these stands are still grass. We need to deal with this, but I think we're going to jump straight from the grass stands right up to concrete. But in order for us to do that, we need a research project. So I'm going to just check our current ones. We've got our 3 groups now, so I think it's time for us to increase the staff office that we've got here, and we're going to need some more people, because now we're going to start having some benefits given to us from our administrative staff. They're not just going to be tasked with doing research for us. They're also going to need to start having other aspects too. So we bring our builders back, and we're going to need some more desks. So on this desk we go. Oh, actually, I could just do what I did last time. Just copy these. Copy. There we go. Now let's do the staff zone. Let's copy. Oh, that needs to be a staff room. Staff room. There we go. Can I extend? Right, let's get rid of that first. Can I extend a staff room? No, I have to start again. Staff room. Oh, no, that's a staff zone as well. There we go. Staff room. Right, that's better. That's better. Okay, more desks. Desks. More desks. Let's do that way. Great. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got. So we're going to want structural engineering. This gives us all of the concrete stuff. So we're definitely going to need to do that to help to improve our ratings with both general aviation and with commercial flights. So we definitely need that. Let's also do program group 3, because this is the airline relations one that we were talking about in the previous episode. Great, and let's also do multiple terminals. We need to do all 3 of these really. It's just which order do we do it in? How many is that as a minimum? 4. We've got 4. Yeah, okay, let's do it. There we go. So we've got three on the go now. Our teams are busy. Just going to get rid of those. Awesome. So we also built these extra depots. So we've got some space for vehicles, which is good. So we're not getting bombarded with messages of hate from the airlines anymore. Right, contract tech. So we need a new one here. Who did we have last time? Who's going to let us? These are all the display fridges thing again, aren't they? Let's do what we did before. Copy the display fridges across, just so we can get a better contract. Let's have a look. So your paper news, you'll do. You're obviously still trading. You're still trading. You're still trading, and you're still trading. Okay. All of our toilets are open. Yeah. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to wait for these to be built, and then we can sign that contract and get those in as well. There we go. So, Valentino. Who was it we said? Do you remember? It's Valentino. They're French. You'll do. Okay, so some extra there. Right, so we need to start thinking about how we're going to upgrade this. So we already know that the quality of the facilities that you're offering your flights here will influence the number of flights that you're offered. So general aviation, for example, the better qualities of infrastructure you supply, the more flights you're going to get offered, which then allows us, as we've mentioned many times before, the possibility of expanding down this way into another row. I mean, we've got the capacity to do it. But we need to upgrade these to concrete, so we're going to need to wait for that research project to be done first. And I think when we're upgrading these, we should just jump straight to concrete. I don't think we should go via tarmac. So that's okay. Right, so admin check for everything else. How are our staff doing? So we've now got enough ramp agents, we've now got enough service technicians. Janitors are keeping the airport clean, and security is all okay. Well, how are we doing for vehicles? It's the baggage trucks. They're okay. They're coping. Where's our fuel gen? We haven't turned that off, have we? We have. Okay. Where are all of our fuel trucks gone? But they're there. Okay, that's weird. So they're not even asking for fuel anymore. They're all up here. Okay, that's strange. Right, that might be... I'm going to need to sort that out offline, I think. Let's quickly buy a vehicle. Because it's showing that... It's not even showing that they're there. Owned 0. Jet A1. Let's buy one. What happens? Let's buy one of the new ones. Maverick. Jet A1. Wait for it to arrive. It's depot's full. Okay. That's fine. Let's keep it turned off for now. Let's check that in between. Oh no, there you go. It's allowing us now. Let's turn it back on. Let's just watch how this is going to go. Oh, they're fine now. Look, they're all... How strange. How very strange. Okay, so at least that's fixed itself. It's registered. At least it's registering now the number of ones that I've done. But it's saying we've only got... It's more. See, it's going up. Okay, if I've done something wrong, let me know. Because this seems weird. That it's telling me that I own fewer than I've got. I don't think it's to do with the terminal area because it's not unlocked yet. So I don't know if that's just something that's wrong in the game somewhere. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Let's sort that out another time. So we've got facilities down here. Did we ever extend the secure zone into? No, we didn't. Into this toilet. So let's do that. Let's just have two lots of toilets. Let's quickly check up on our. There we go. So we've got structure. So we've now got the concrete, and we've now got the airline relations bit. So what else can we research? Let's go ahead and do proactive maintenance, because that means that they don't wait so long to fix things. And let's go ahead and do the catering service. We know we need to do that, so it's fine. We've got no more administrators left. Terminal. So here's the ones we were talking about earlier on. So the airline relations we can improve. We can use administrators, sorry, to improve our relations with the airlines. So that's fine. We can also improve our security, get supplier discounts, etc. So that's all handy to know. Okay, so we've built our vending machines. We've built some services for people. Got our general aviation, the fuel, consumable fees. Okay, right. So let's start looking at these upgrades. So we're gonna upgrade these straight away to concrete because it's going to be better. It's more durable as well, so it costs much more to do, but it costs less to maintain. So concrete. Okay, concrete. There we go. And what we'll see when we start to use these stands is it's going to start improving the relations with the airlines, because you're now providing much better facilities. And in reality, if we were to do this the real way, you probably wouldn't have had commercial flights landing on a grass stand anyway. We only did it just because we needed the income to be able to do it. So we're now going to upgrade our taxiways as well. Where are they? Taxis. And that's also going to upgrade to concrete. There we go. And we're going to leave this as asphalt for the moment, as tarmac. Do this to concrete, this to concrete, this to concrete. And whilst we're at it, let's also do the service roads as well. And then down here. So by now we would have churned up this grass so badly. The amount of flights and business that we're doing. There we go. Okay, we're also going to do the same up here as well. So let's go ahead and do the taxis. Do the taxi that way. That way. We're also bringing it up here as well. There we go. Okay, I'm going to upgrade this runway to concrete. This one to concrete. And this one to concrete. Like that. Okay, so already we should be able to see that the facilities will start to improve in the rating. So we're at 46% at the moment, or 73% now. So it's already had an impact just upgrading the taxiways. So we need to do the stands as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's just do a couple here. There we go. what this will then do is we can monitor this to see whether we're then full at any point. So we'll be able to build some more stands down the right hand side, as we said a few times. Start to increase the capacity that we've got. There we go, nearly there. This is where we just need an upgrade. Wish we had an upgrade tool. 4 more to go. Just like that. There we go. So we're now complete, apart from the entry and slipways, which we don't have an upgrade function for at the moment. So I think offline what I'll need to do is close off the runway, or close off the actual section and just change it out, or we just live with it as tarmac. I don't know yet. Haven't quite decided. But what we should now start to see is that our rating with general aviation is now improved significantly based on the infrastructure. But we should also now see the same here as well. So here we've got they're not very happy with the consumable fees, but they're now much happier with the infrastructure that we're offering them, 95%. So that's going to go miles to help with our satisfaction with the airlines, our reputation. So we need to do a research check. So proactive maintenance is already done. So we can now, in the operations, we can turn on proactive cleaning and proactive repairs. So if we turn those on, that means that the janitors are going to start cleaning things even though they're not dirty. So even though the game hasn't told the janitors that item is dirty, they're now going to go on, and it means you can stay ahead of that. Likewise with the repairs as well. So it reduces the threshold that something has to be damaged by in order for it to be repaired. Just means that you can continue to maintain your terminal quality a little bit better. Okay, so that's everything we wanted to do upgrade-wise here. We need to start thinking about how we're going to do our big terminal, and we need to keep an eye on general aviation to see whether we can expand on that. But what I'd like to do now is expand on our infrastructure. So the bit we need to do leading into the terminal is to build this out a little bit more. So let's build a few more bus stops. Bus stop here. So let's keep them in line with each other, shall we? So there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, and one there. And all the cars do work. So let's build some more car stops along here then. Like that. And then let's also do some more taxis. Like this. There we go. And we're going to put our path in. And we're going to need a crossing there. And whatever's going to be there, we'll need a crossing there. Okay. I don't know how people get across from here. So let's put some more parking in. Do they just spawn, or do they? No, let's put it down the bottom here actually. 1, 2, 3. Because we want to maintain this path regardless, don't we? So that's definitely going to stay. This is also going to come across here as well. And our road will also come this way. So we've got this space here that we can use for things. So I reckon if we put a road in here, we can do some more buses. Because we now need to start thinking about what's going to serve the bigger terminal. So at the moment, our our transport capacity is fine. You know, it's not struggling. It's picking people up and it's okay. But we need to think about what's going to happen when we open our big terminal and we have a sudden influx of people. So 3, 4. Oh, actually, there's a road there, isn't there? Let's join those up. There we go. Great. That path. And then we'll need that there. Let's also do one there. Extend our path that way and extend our path that way. And then let's do the same up this way as well, like that. And then crosswalk there. Okay, let's bring our builders back in. Let's get them to build all of that now. And we've got a little space in the middle, a little bit here. And what I think we'll do is we'll bring the road around this way and have another line of drop-offs here once we've opened these two squares. So let's do a real quick admin check. So we've got, how are we doing money wise? So we spent some money on things, but we're still making money. That's great. It's looking like it's satisfied. Our airlines we're starting to recover. Look, some of the airlines are now happier with us. Other ones are, like we said at the very beginning, they're really hard to please. So like these guys will be angry with us for quite some time, and that's okay. You know, we can't please everybody all of the time, but you know, it is what it is. Got a few gaps, so we might need to start watching that, because we're not being offered as many flights. So, but we're not delaying many flights either, so we might actually be able to bring this down a little bit. We've upgraded everything to concrete, so we're in a better place for general aviation. They're much happier, and we're starting to build for our big terminal. So I think our next couple of episodes after this are going to be focusing on what we do with the big terminal and how that's going to be laid out. And I don't think that's going to be an episode by episode thing. That's going to span quite a few. So let's wrap this up for episode 10. We made it into double digits. Excellent. Thank you so much for coming along for the ride, and I will speak to you episode 11. Bye bye.